Hi everyone, I'm back. I am so excited. I saw how many people have been viewing my videos and I've even got subscribers, so I'm really excited that you're all as interested in this new career that I've taken on as I have been enjoying it, and hopefully I can share some fun along the way. I even got my little notebook that has lists of topics I wanted to cover, so thank you everybody for your comments and for all your support. So I wanted to address Rob, my friend Rob. Hi. He wanted to know the kinds of things that I was saying and suggestions for defensive driving, and then there's that tire shredding question I'll try and address later. So I consider myself a pretty safe driver. I'm that one in the right lane, doing the speed limit, especially in the construction zones, which I gotta tell you, in Chicago, nobody's doing the speed limit in the construction zones. Y'all are blowing past me. It's pretty funny. But anyways, I try to be as safe as I can. I keep a distance from the vehicle in front of me and that type of thing. So I'm going to address your issue with two different things. So from a trucker's point of view, there's two different kinds of truckers I come across. I come across the kinds of truckers that find out I'm new and they're cool with it and they are very helpful and encouraging. I even made a new friend. I'm going to tell my story, Danielle. We became Facebook friends, but I was at a truck stop in Michigan, and I had my hood open and I was checking my levels, and she was parked next to me, and she shouted out from her window that my vehicle was too new to be needing fluids, and actually I was low on power steering fluid, but that's a whole nother story. But she came out and she walked me around the truck and she told me the kinds of things to look out for, and she really spent a lot of time with me. And then she even took the time to write out like a 3-page not a letter, but a list of suggestions and things to look out for, and it has been so helpful, and I love following her on Facebook, and I really hope to run into her again at another truck stop. So hopefully I'll see her in one of my runs again. But so there's truckers like her, and then there's truckers that while I'm in the right lane doing the speed limit in the construction zone, they're blowing past me, and we call them super truckers. I've even had a few that'll make a few mean comments on the CB to me, and at first I was intimidated by them, but it gets to a point now when I meet them in the truck stops or whatever, and they start telling their stories about how they're running 2 and 3 logbooks at a time, and they brag about how fast they got from one place to another. And while I guess that's all well and good, it's not safe, and those are usually the truckers you're going to see in accidents. And there's been times when I've been driving in snow or a rainstorm, and one of those truckers would just blow past me, and sure enough, a few miles up the road, they'll be the ones that are skidded off into the ditch, or I've even saw one that blew past me in a snowstorm, and I went about 5 miles up the road and they were overturned. So it really depends on what kind of truck driver you meet. There are a lot of different ones out there, and I know that they're talking about that there's a truck driver shortage, but I gotta tell you, I see trucks everywhere, and there's really not enough places for us even to park. So they're everywhere. So all I can tell you is a four-wheeler, yes, that's what we call you four-wheelers, is just try to stay out of their way, give them as much room as you can, don't cut them off. You have to keep in mind that even when we're empty, we can't stop as fast as you can. And I know I've had cars that come across 3 lanes because they missed their exit. So as a four-wheeler, just stay out of their blind spots. So don't run along the side of them where they can't see you, and just be extra cautious around trucks. That's best advice I can give you as a four-wheeler. The tire shredding thing, that's kind of a tough topic. So some trucking companies, they do what's called a retread on a tire. So if a tire is going bad, rather than replace the tire, I guess it's cheaper to retread it, and they throw like another layer of rubber on it or whatever. And a lot of times when you are driving through the roads and you see a piece of rubber on the road, that's from a retread, and we call those alligators. So look out for the alligators. But as far as whether or not we know whether it's going to pop, so theoretically, we're supposed to be doing a pre-trip inspection, and going back to my days in truck driving school, the pre-trip inspection was the absolute hardest thing to learn. I had to learn all kinds of components of the engine and the truck and what to look for. And so theoretically, in a pre-trip inspection, we are checking our tires and checking the air pressure of our tires. And if we see a tire looks like it's about to blow or the air pressure is off, that is something that we need to take care of before we get out on the road, because obviously that is very dangerous for you. But not, you know, and I can't, obviously I can't be everywhere, but I can tell you that when I'm at a truck stop, I very rarely see truck drivers actually doing pre-trip inspections, and that's sad. I don't know, you know, I guess it's very possible that they're doing it and I'm not catching them do it, because when I'm at a truck stop, my curtains are closed and I'm either sleeping or watching TV or whatever. I'm not watching everything that's going on, but I very rarely see somebody else doing a pre-trip inspection. So I'm hoping that is just bad timing on my part, but unfortunately, you do have bad drivers out there, and so if they do a pre-trip and they catch that, that's one thing. But I do have to tell you, Rob, like my first week of driving for this company, I had a tire blow out on my trailer. So I did a pre-trip and everything looked good. So sometimes you just can't control it. You might run over something that that made the tire blow, and depending on the amount of weight that's in the trailer, I imagine that's what would cause the shredding. So if any other truck drivers are watching this video and can throw in some extra comments on that tire issue, please feel free to let me do that, or to do that. But yeah, basically the best rule of thumb to follow, four-wheelers, is when you're around a truck, man, give us extra room, stay out of our blind spots. You know, even if you've got to kick in that extra speed to pass us, and just give us plenty of room, and of course, do not cut us off. But that's the best advice I can give you. As a CDL holder, license holder, or CDL, commercial driver's license, you know, I'm subject to a higher standard. I get paid to drive, so I'm a professional driver, and so I'm gonna do the speed limit, and I'm gonna be as cautious as I can. Obviously, you can't avoid every accident, but if I get a ticket, that counts as points against my license, but it also counts as points against my company's record. So I do my best to be a safe driver, not speed, all that fun stuff, obey all the traffic signals, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so I hope that answers your questions, and I did this video in the back, so you got a little view of my little living space back here. So feel free to please click like and share and subscribe, whatever you need to do to keep my videos going, and I'll hopefully talk to you soon. And thanks again, everybody, and keep on trucking with JoJo Trucker. Thanks.